Hello, in this video I will be making Irish stew. It's coming up to St. Patrick's Day and some people might be thinking, oh, can I make something Irish? So this is about as Irish as it gets because it's in the name of the recipe. Anyway, it's a standard lamb stew, not beef. I'm not using any garlic or wine. This isn't French, okay? Sometimes we don't have to use those ingredients. I've got some stock, there's some potatoes, onions, carrots, celery, leek, onion. Did I mention onion? I've got some herbs and it's going to be slow cooking. It's shoulder of lamb that I'm using, so it will take longer to cook. If you use leg, it's going to be really lovely as well. It just won't take as long for the meat to become all nice and tender. That's just for your information. I think both are fine. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with this now, stop waffling, and I think you're going to really like this one. Alright, full recipe in the description as usual. So some vegetables, I'm keeping the leeks separate and the potatoes, they'll be going in later, but the rest of these vegetables can all go in early in the cooking. So I've got some carrot, celery, onion, using parsnips. Parsnips are a little bit awkward in the shape, right? You know, skinny end, fat end. So I sort of try to sort of cut chunky pieces there. I want them to be similarly sized because you want these to cook evenly, and then just the fatter part are cut in half, if that makes any sense. Those are just odd shapes there, doesn't really matter. There's an onion, you got to remove the skin and then you're going to dice it up. Anyway, that's all pretty straightforward. So once that is done, all in a bowl together, looking lovely, I've got this gorgeous bit of lamb shoulder. It's half a lamb shoulder, and that's where the bone is. I was just showing you the bone. So obviously, you might just want to get your butcher to do this. You might just get a already diced up stewing lamb. It's all going to be absolutely fine. I just thought I'll speed this bit up here, but I'll just show you me removing the bone. So basically, you find the bone and then you just cut along the sides of it, underneath it. I'm not a butcher. Clearly, I'm not a butcher. So there's a few of them are shaking their head at this. I'm not going to throw away that bone. But basically, we're going to dice this up. So it doesn't matter if you've done a scruffy job. What I was doing there is just finding any bits that aren't going to cook down. So that is like a rubbery, sinuous part. Get rid of that. Now, fat in, fat out. I love the fat. Fat is flavour, and animal fats are good for you. They're lying when they say they're not. But I just sort of diced up the fatty bit a bit smaller than I've dicing up the rest of the lamb, sort of a bit chunkier, if that makes any sense. So we don't need to spend ages. I'm dicing up the lamb. That's the size I wanted. It's going to be quite a lot, and my cast iron pots aren't going to be big enough, so I've just used a larger pot, and it is, you can tell, ripping hot. And more animal fat went in there. Yes, that was lard. That is the good stuff, and it's got a high smoke point, so you can see how hot that is. That lard is not going to burn. Obviously, you can use vegetable oils if you don't believe me about seed oils. It's up to you. And what we're doing here is we're browning this lamb. We are not sealing in anything. There's no flavour being sealed in. There's no moisture being sealed in. That's a weird thing that a lot of chefs say. What we're doing is creating flavour and colour. They call it the Maillard reaction, don't they? And it makes it more savoury, more delicious, and all that stuff that was at the bottom of the pan there, left from the meat, that's called the fond. We're basically just going to deglaze that with this vegetable. So the lamb comes out, when the lamb is out, in goes the vegetables, and I'm just going to stir that around over the heat for a few minutes, just sort of get them softening slightly, maybe a little bit of golden brown colour on some of them. That's nice, that's very nice. But that was just a few minutes, and you can see all those resting juices from the lamb. Do not throw that away. I don't think anyone would be mad enough to do that, but if you do, we're going to fall out. That's all flavour. And in goes my homemade chicken stock. You can use any stock you want, but I don't want the colour as well. So that is Bovril. I don't know if that's available where you are in the world, but that is like a sort of a super concentrated beef paste. It's wonderful stuff. I absolutely love it. So that's going to give me another depth of flavour for this. But if you're going to use something like a stock cube, just be aware of the seasoning. Maybe don't add any salt and until later on when you taste it. Anyway, in with some herbs, some hardy herbs I got in my garden: bay, rosemary and thyme. In goes that little bit of bone, because you don't want to throw that away, do you? And then just simmer away a couple of hours, however long it takes, until you find the meat is now tender. There we go. The meat is tender. In goes the potatoes, which I've diced up, and the leeks, and stirring around. And I'm thinking, I think we need a little bit more liquid. So just add water as you go. I believe in some purists Irish will say you don't use stock at all. You just use water. And again, it's going to taste really nice, but stock is more flavour, of course. So we're now happy that the potatoes are cooked. Having a final taste. Yes, it needs a little bit of seasoning, tons of black pepper because I love that, not too much salt. And finally, I thought make it nice and fresh with some parsley. And I'm now going to dish this up. Now, I said no wine in the stew, but it doesn't mean I can't put any wine in me. And there's me tasting it. Well, I'm going to now let you know how it tastes. So I don't know whether I need a soup spoon or a fork to eat this, because it's sort of somewhere, it sits between a stew, which would like you'd think of being thickened like a gravy, but there's no thickening in this. It's almost like a broth, somewhere between. Had a taste already, and I'm going to let you know it's a big shock that it's very tasty. The lamb is just melting. That is the beauty of something like a lamb shoulder. You slow cook it, it's going to be even better. Heat this up tomorrow, better again. I'm trying to avoid the potatoes a bit because after I very carelessly lost a lot of weight a few years ago, I found it again. And I'm really annoyed with myself. So I'm back sort of dodging carbs. Not officially keto, but just, try not to have too many carbs, which is very frustrating because these potatoes, I've had a taste, really lovely as well. They've soaked up the flavour. Oh, that's good. Okay, it's a wonderful dish. It's very peasant food. This is where all the good stuff is, isn't it? Where money's short and you've got to use the cheap cuts, and then you come up with dishes like this. So, well done to the Irish. I hope you enjoy St Patrick's Day wherever you are. I will be making it short. I do something for St George's Day, which is the greatest of all patron saints, because that's the patron saint of wonderful England. So we won't be forgetting that. But on March the 17th, enjoy St Patrick's Day. Pretend you like Guinness, I suppose, and crack on. And thank you for watching. And you're going to like and subscribe and things like that, because we're still pretending that makes a difference. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. And this wine. Ooh.